Wait, what? Oh! Oh! But we've been seeing a lot of clips about the Megasphere on TikTok and everywhere else, and genuinely, it looks like fake to me. And then I saw an article that said the Megasphere was the biggest screen in the world, like the most LEDs as far as a television screen. So I kind of want to learn about it. Instinct says the world's first 360 TV. That might be true as well, you know? I don't know anything about it. To me, it seems like it's a CGI. Someone made a CGI video and it's fake. If it genuinely looks this cool, I want to learn everything about it. So let's go learn together. Three, two, one, go.
This is the Sphere, Vegas's newest, most ambitious, and most eye-catching attraction to date. And although its exterior is impressive on its own, what lies inside is actually far more interesting
That's
than you
pretty.
might think. Let's take a closer look. The city of Las Vegas is famous for its unique and over-the-top architecture. Its resorts and casinos are some of the most iconic structures in the entire world. From the Venetian to the Bellagio and the MGM
Lynn and I, my wife and I, got
in the
married.
entire world.
Oh,
From the
sorry.
Venetian to the Bellagio
Oh, there he goes. My wife and I got married at the Bellagio fountains. I don't know if you can see it. I think it's like here or here. There is a what you call it? Kind of like a patio or balcony. I guess a balcony right here somewhere. And my wife and I got married there because it was a short notice wedding. My wife's father was very ill, and I had proposed like 3, 4 months prior to that. And we decided to do the wedding that year within a few months. And yeah, and we got married over at Bellagio. We had two songs. When you get married at the Bellagio, you can, especially at the fountains, you can request two songs. And right as you get married, those two songs start playing and the fountains start doing their dance. Uh, so I remember the first song. It was Fly Me to the Moon. But I don't remember the second song. Wait, was the first song Fly Me to the Moon? Oh, I'm in trouble. I am in so much trouble. Honey, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm tearing up a little bit. Guys, can you see I'm actually tearing up a bit because I think she's watching this. Oh, I'm in so much trouble. I definitely don't remember the second song. Uh, I think the first one was Fly Me to the Moon, but I could be really wrong about that one too. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oops. All right. Uh-oh.
and the MGM Grand, everything about Vegas is built around the idea of magnificence and extravagance. And so, the construction of a building as crazy and ridiculous as the Sphere is just another addition to the city's unique skyline.
I mean, that looks like a CGI. It doesn't look like a screen. I would expect to see lines and pixels. Even when you look at a monitor, I feel like you can see pixels.
But what exactly is it, and why is it being built? The Sphere is a music and entertainment arena located just a block away from the world-famous Las Vegas Strip.
Oh, it's not on the strip. Yeah, because there's no property right now you can buy on the strip that doesn't cost like $1 trillion.
At more than 100 meters tall and with a diameter of 150 meters across, it now holds the world record for being the largest spherical
It is it is a football field. It's the size of a football field. Is that big? Did you guys think it was going to be bigger? And are these penises? Are those what is that? What um well, let me know if you guys thought it was going to be this big. I thought it was going to be bigger. A football field standing on its end with the extra runoff areas. Yeah. I think 120 meters is about a football field with touchdown zones. Yeah. Huh.
structure in the whole world. This record was previously held by the Avicii Arena in Sweden.
That looks pretty big to me. I don't know.
Constructing such a behemoth
That looks
doesn't
really
come
big.
cheap. In its entirety, the project
Holy
is estimated
crap.
to cost as much as $2.3 billion. This makes it the most expensive entertainment venue in Las Vegas.
The MGM Sphere? Is that what it's called? It's called the MGM Sphere? Or is that something else?
Vegas's
No, it's not
history.
called the MGM Sphere.
Given its sheer size and almost perfectly spherical shape, construction was no easy feat. The engineering behind this building required lots of complicated math. But don't worry, we won't go into any detail
That looks amazing, guys. This is the clip I saw. Being able to do water like that, that's skill.
here, although the developers were nice enough to share the formulas on their website.
C equals B log 2 plus 1 equals S. I mean, it doesn't make any sense unless you know what the actual C and B stand for. U radius 1 over 4 pi divided by S multiplied by U, and you lost me. You start going backwards 6 on me and you lost me. What is this? I mean, I thought I was fairly educated. My mom was a mathematician, you know? She's well educated. And she taught me a lot, but I have not seen this. See, I was okay till here. Do you know what U stood for? You know, got the radius, got the 4i divided by, you know. But then you get to the backward 6, and all faking knowledge just leaves out the door. Right here, I feel like I'm reading Greek. It is called the MSG Sphere? Okay.
Yeah, right. Whatever any of this means. Since this project was the very first of this scale, it required the use of specialized equipment. That's why one of the largest cranes in the world was transported all the way from Belgium to lift some of the heaviest materials. Funnily enough, the crane itself was so massive that it had to be assembled using another crane.
That's not a new thing. That happens all the time. That's not a new thing.
Over a period of more than 2 weeks. One vital piece that required special lifting was a steel compression ring that serves as the topmost part of the structure's frame.
Oh my God.
Although it doesn't look like it, this part alone weighs as much as 2 Boeing 757s.
That's actually not that heavy. I thought it was going to be heavier. That part right there, actually, that's probably pretty heavy. Honestly, that part there, that is what's going to hold everything together. That's the most important part of a sphere, the top. Oh my God, I've watched so many interesting history videos of people building domes, and the most important part of the dome is the top, and it has to be heavy, and it has to be stiff, and yeah. We should watch some kind of a history about making domes.
Its deployment would not have been possible without the specialized.
Thank you. Instinct is correct. Same thought. It's got to be heavier due to the tensioning. Exactly. It's carrying most of the load. It's literally holding the load. All the walls, tensioning, thank you, are trying to fall apart, and that's the key that holds them all together. I couldn't think of the word. That's perfect description.
Once the last final touches have been completed, the sphere will be able to accommodate as much as.
Okay, so wait, what? Oh, that makes a big difference. Okay, did you guys know the layout? I did not know the layout. I thought the audience is going to be able to see the same LEDs that we see. So, okay, so it's 2 different screens. So you have the first screen here. That's the screen that everyone outside gets to see, right? That's the eyeball. Then you have all the structure, obviously. Then you have a secondary screen for the audience. Oh, I thought we were looking at the same thing. The screen is only for the outside, and the audience has a secondary screen inside. Oh, okay. Well, that's slightly disappointing, but still impressive. I thought we're looking at the same screen. It's just from the outside. Yeah. Is that kind of disappointing? inside you're watching a different TV than the people outside. That's all it comes down to.
18,000 people all at once. But aside from the concerts, the venue is also planned to be used for award shows, product launches, and even esports tournaments. The creators of the Sphere are already planning to build a similar structure in London, and eventually plenty more around the world. But one question that many of you might
Yeah, it's two different screens, but the one screen doesn't affect anything to the other screen. One screen is for the PR, right? That's your PR. That's how you attract the audience to your theater. And the second one is pretty much a movie theater. A really good movie theater, but it's a movie theater. So it's a movie theater surrounded by a 360 screen on the outside. For some reason, I thought that you get to see what's happening. Yeah, I mean, how would you, right? It's not, material isn't transparent. Something has to be holding everything up. I'm just a dummy here.
might be asking right now is, why build a Sphere? Well, the answer is actually fairly straightforward. Because it's Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's PR.
And because they can. From the outside, the structure is unlike any of the other buildings around it. And
I mean, why did they... Oh, thank you. The picture has it right here. Why did they build this stupid freaking pyramid? Why? Let me tell you, it's the worst hotel in Las Vegas. Every freaking room in that place has a slanted... Any outside room has a slanted wall that stops you from being able to use most of the freaking room. And the window isn't really accessible. It isn't. It's terrible. I freaking hate to stay at the pyramids. The only reason they made that stupid idea is because it looked cool from the outside and it attracted people. The Luxor. Oh my God. Is that what it's called? I forgot, yeah.
though it might stick out like a sore
I mean, the Lux, is that what it's called? It's called the Luxor. Is this called the Luxor? Am I the dummy? The pyramid. It is called the Luxor. It's not the worst. I mean, you can stay at the Excalibur, you know? Excalibur is the worst. But, oh my God. Hey, Fazil, how you doing? Khan? It's easier to... I hope I said your first name right. Faisal, sorry. The Luxor isn't the worst. The Excalibur is the worst. But come on, you wasted all that space. If you built straight up, you would have more rooms. It's just basic concept. Yeah. I like the Sphere. It looks awesome, but it's just for PR. I totally get it.
thumb in the city's skyline, that's precisely what it wants to be, and what Vegas is known for. Over-the-top architecture that catches your eye from miles away. And believe me, its exterior will definitely catch your eye. On the 4th of July, Las Vegas tourists and residents were given a glimpse of the Sphere's true form.
I mean, that's amazing.
A total of 1.2 million individual LEDs lit up for the very first time. In a spectacular display of light and color, the building made it.
I mean, I feel like what's going to happen when they have the eyeball up here, the aliens are going to come and try to connect to it. Oh, man. Imagine, you know, I always wondered having a quote-unquote time machine and wondering, imagine if you bring a caveman or someone from the 1800s to, like, a movie theater and stuff like that. You know, imagine having someone from the past, not knowing anything about technology, come visiting us. Now, usually in my hypothetical or imagination, it's usually showing them something like a cell phone. Imagine traveling back in time and still having your cell phone and somehow working, right? And still having internet. Imagine, but now imagine bringing someone back in time, and the first introduction they have to anything is the Sphere. You just stand them about like 100 yards away, and turn on the eyeball, aim it right at them, and then take their blindfold off. Oh my God! I wonder what their reaction would be. Do they bow down like it's a god, or do they scream and run away? Or did they look at it and said, huh, that's interesting?
To the entirety of Vegas, people on the ground and online were quick to talk about the insane nature of the structure and the engineering work behind it. At almost 56,000 square meters, the structure's exterior display isn't just the single largest LED screen in the world, it's also the largest video-capable screen of any kind. To put this into perspective, the size of this display is more than 60,000 times that of an average 55-inch TV.
I mean, what's the resolution then?
With a screen wrapping around the entire structure, the venue can be transformed into absolutely anything you can think of. Spherical objects such as the moon, a basketball, or even a human eye are just some of the things that have already been displayed. Companies are even eyeing.
What's the resolution is what I'm wondering about. Like, genuinely, what's the resolution? Because imagine putting a 1080 picture on this thing. It's gonna look terrible.
The possibility of using the display as one giant billboard for advertisements, which is a huge opportunity for both advertisers and the creators of the Sphere. When the project was first announced in 2018, its creators envisioned an experience that would redefine the future of live entertainment. As the entertainment capital of the world, there's no shortage of music venues and arenas in Las Vegas. So in order to stand out, the Sphere had to offer an experience that couldn't be had anywhere else. And they certainly achieved this. For one, the interior will feature a massive wraparound LED screen that follows the dome's curvature. Though it is quite small compared to the behemoth one on the outside, the indoor screen is still impressive on its own, with a total surface area of 15,000 square meters.
15,000 square meters. Wow.
It will be the largest and highest resolution wraparound display in the whole world. To create the best possible content for this incredible screen, the creators behind the MSG Sphere.
Whoa, look at that camera, guys. Each one of those are lenses. So each camera has to, wow. You literally have to record every single aspect.
The creators behind the MSG Sphere.
That's crazy, guys. These look like, I wonder what type of lenses these are. They look specifically, wow. How much does this gear cost?
Had to engineer their own unique camera system called the Big Sky. This system is one of the most powerful in the world, allowing for 18K footage with 120 frames per second.
18K. That is, holy crap. You know how many pixels that is? Okay, any guesses to how many pixels that is? 18K. Any guesses? Let the comments come. I want to see guesses. Oh my God. Ready? Nope. A billion. A billion. It's a billion. Well, you're not far off. Ready? 324 million pixels. That means it's 324 million pixels. Wow.
If you're not familiar with these numbers, trust me, this is a lot. But not only that, the venue will also be equipped with some of the most advanced and cutting-edge audio technology. It will boost an impressive spatial audio system consisting of more than 160,000 individual speakers.
That's
this
impressive.
means that everyone inside.
So these are like basses and these are like tweakers.
Will experience the same audio quality. Even someone in the furthest seat from the stage will perfectly hear what's happening.
Oh, instinct. You're right. 820 frames a second. How much data? How do you record all that data? Holy crap. Imagine the hard drive. No, obviously not a hard drive. But imagine the storage drive you need to record all that data. That resolution. Wow, what's the transfer rate of that system? No, just on the visuals. You know, what's the transfer rate? What size files do you have to record and how quickly to capture freaking 18K at 120 frames a second? Like literally what kind of a bandwidth do you need?
This would also allow for playing multiple languages at once. The person next
That's
to you might be
impressive, too.
listening in Spanish while you are listening in English.
That's impressive too.
The president of the Sphere has even described the audio by saying it'll be headset sound without the headset for
That's
every
pretty impressive,
seat
too.
in the house. But the experience doesn't stop just with the audio-visual. Some 10,000 of the seats will have haptic technology installed on them. Viewers will physically feel the on-screen experience in real time. In addition,
Is that technology based on like a bass speaker or is it just actual moving technology?
4D elements such as wind and scent are also
Mechanical.
present.
Is it actually mechanical?
Creators will be able to create an experience so realistic that fans will start to question their reality, says the Sphere president
I mean, that looks amazing.
in a presentation. The technology behind all of this is still pretty much brand new. Because of this, an entire production studio meant to create content just for the venue was opened in 2022. This studio aims to partner with different filmmakers and musicians to create one-of-a-kind experiences for the Las Vegas Sphere and future spheres.
Yeah.
Although the feedback for this insane building has so far been mostly positive from all over the world, there have been valid criticisms over its construction.
I'm curious.
Some Las Vegas drivers have raised concern over the Sphere being a little too distracting. With its extremely bright lights, some people are worried about the safety of driving around.
They're worried about rubbernecking. Rubberneckers are people who can't resist but to look at a car accident or something. All right, Judge Mel, let me know. Am I concerned about this? I'm not concerned about this. Let me tell you why. If you're a local, you probably get used to it fairly fast, right? Right. If you're a tourist, you're probably rubbernecking everything anyway. It's your first time there. You're looking at everything. You're looking at the people. You're looking at all the buildings and all the lights. So I don't think it's really a concern. The only thing I would be worried about is if it's too bright at night. That would be kind of fucked up.
The arena. Because of this,
Brandon!
officials have constantly been working with the local government in order to come up with safety regulations. Another criticism is one that's aimed at its future London location. This project has recently gotten approval from
It's going to
the
London.
local government to create a similar exterior display with millions of LEDs. However, residents are worried that the building will cause too much light pollution in the area. According to residents, such a bright building could only be possible in a city like Las Vegas, not in a developed urban and residential area such as Stratford in East London. Despite all of this, one thing is certain. The Las Vegas Sphere is an engineering marvel, the likes of which the world has never seen before. Only time will tell if it's going to be a success. What do you think of
That was interesting. Shout out to Top Luxury Las Vegas 2.3 billion mega sphere. We learned a lot. I didn't know it was 2 screens. I didn't know a lot of things. I didn't know the amount of pixels it takes. I didn't know. Wow. I didn't know there was a London one. Holy crap, we learned a lot. Shout out to them. This link's in the description. Go give them some support. Let me know what other videos you guys want me to check out. Link it to me in Discord. There is a channel called Video Suggestions. I'll check it tomorrow as well. And then, or tweet it at me, send me a link, and I'll take a look at the video.